A coward dies 1,000 deaths. A soldier dies but once.
Welcome, this is Blaezer RTW. I need to press play because it's going too fast. Right, happy days. This one's going to be straight into the action, so let's see what we're dealing with. This is an FFA, free for all. Sweet Ninja is Pontus. That's quite a lot of Eastern infantry. What's this? It looks like that's just a total, so it looks like it's a no rules battle. No, it doesn't necessarily have to be a no rules battle. Yeah, he's just got infantry. He's got some pikes saluted. Who is that? Time capsule, and he's got some cataphracts. They look like they've got 3 or 4 upgrades on them. Not sure if he's got any archers. Is that some archers? Yeah, a few archers. That looks like all spearmen to me. My army is here. You can see my name. I've called myself Caesar's love child. I think in the last one, the first game I played, it was Blaezer, but just with an A, not A-E. So then I put Caesar's love child as my next name. And then I think I settled on Blaezer with the AE, which is the love child of the first name and the second name. So there you go. Let's see what I'm rocking. Let's wait for him to get out of the woods before we see what I'm rocking. How many people have we got? Is there someone over here? This is the trouble with the replays, is you don't get the mini-map. It's usually down here in the corner. I need to move that down. Let's do that. Ah, there he is. Sarais M38 Sport. The only thing I can see is his Cav, so he's all going to be in there. What's this? Oh no, there's his general, which is Cav as well. Yeah, okay, so Skippy player over here, I'm over there on the left. I think this map is the Sierra Nevada. I'm not sure. Right, anyway, so it looks like the spearmen are having a go at the cataphracts. If those spearmen are not upgraded, they've got a few upgrades on them. But the silver shield pikes, I would say they're not terrible. And they're not terrible, I suppose, but I don't particularly like them. I don't particularly like the Seleucids as a faction, but it's probably more because I'm not very good with them than me not liking them, if you see what I mean. But for my sort of mind, the cataphracts, they are good. You know, they can be brutal, but just for me, even when they're gold, if you surround them, they just sort of almost insta-rout. I don't know if that's just because they're sort of an Eastern faction. I don't know, someone may be able to enlighten me on this, but yeah, if you use them correctly, and the way to use them correctly is to, I believe, is to charge in, and then if you're up against armoured units like you know, urban cohorts and whatnot, and they've got armour, then you press Alt and attack, which is their little armour piercing mace they've got, and then you can sort of just deal with urban stuff, so make sure you do that. But with any cav, the way I believe, I believe is that you charge in with normal attack, and then once they're in there, you then alt attack to bring out their swords, and try not to. But sometimes, you know, if there's like especially in 31k, if you've got a massive clump of you know, cavalry and infantry in a massive fight in a massive clump, you can't. I find it quite difficult to sort of pick the one unit, and then, you know, because everybody's spread out, as in 5 of them are spread into one big line, sort of all layered on top of each other, rather than them be in formation in 5 separate chunks. So you could probably click, you know, the equivalent of each unit up, but you might click on the same unit for all of them anyway. So yeah, until I get a bit better, we're just going to deal with that. But yeah, definitely in CWB normal unit scale. I don't think this is CWB because CWB is max 6 of any one unit type, and he's definitely got more Eastern infantry in 6. I don't know if it's no rules or whether it's just no artillery, no elephants. Who cares? Let's see if Skippy's doing anything at the moment. He's coming out, so what's he got? Doesn't look like he's got any upgrades. Archers, no upgrades. The Cav has got any upgrades. I think unless it's ridiculously low money, you should always put some infantry. As a rule, quality beats quantity, especially when you're up against a good player. Because the trouble is that if you've got a unit and it routs, if you've got 6 units and against 3, but one of the 6 routes, it's going to lower the morale of the other 5. And then once the next one goes in, it's like a snowball sort of effect. Whereas if you've got 3 good ones, A, it will take them ages to route, and then B, there's not so many of them that it's catastrophic, I suppose. But I don't know, I could just be talking bollocks. There you go. Right, what's this guy doing? I think I'll probably try to take him up through the woods and round the back, but these players are obviously a lot better than me. This is my second battle. The formation I'm using is a kind of... There you see, look at that. A bit OTT for low money. I'm guessing this is about 10,000 or something. But my urbans are all gold. Triari's probably got a silver shield. If it's lucky. That one's got none. As I stated before, Triari aren't that great, but they are an anti-cav force, and at the moment what I'm looking for is balance. I don't really know anything about anything, so in my mind I'm just thinking, let's get some heavy infantry that we know are going to stick around. Let's chuck some anti-cav things to stop them getting flanked by cavalry, a couple of archers and a couple of cav. Really, if you're playing low money, if you really want to get beating the good players, you've really 9 times out of 10 you've got to play skirmish, which is effectively 6 or 8, probably 8 archers, but 6 long range and 2 short range, or vice versa, heavily upgraded, and then cav, which just sort of sits behind them, and then you just wear you wear down the units with your archers, and then you start hitting them with the cav. That's one way of playing, but at the moment I'm just going to stick to balance, get used to the controls and the feel of the game, and feel my way and gently not overreach myself. So it looks like Skippy's formed up. Skippy Eye's formed up. He's got Town Watch, so they're not going to do anything. And some touring cavalry. The Eastern Infantry are jogging on, so it looks like it's going to be me taking on the Seleucids. So we didn't really lose a lot, to be honest with you, by the look of it. Maybe a couple of cataphracts. What I'm going to do is actually forward through this pretty quickly, just because it's another one of those battles that isn't particularly great, isn't particularly interesting, but I just thought it'd be a good excuse for me to get used to the mechanisms of doing filming and all this, that and the other, and the microphones, which is a point actually. I remember on the last one there didn't seem to be any music. I don't know why, but yeah, what might be something to do with it is that the professionalism that I have at this particular moment is my microphone is a Bluetooth wireless speaker, and I started doing a first one of the first sort of take of the first battle, listen back to it, and then the music was echoing because the Bluetooth speaker Fraps was recording the game music, and then it was recording the echo that the speaker on the Bluetooth provided to the microphone that's on the speaker. So it was a bit echoey, so I turned it right down on the Bluetooth speaker, but I must have turned it down on the actual game as well last game, so apologies for that. Oh, we're still forwarding. Right, okay, so he's just run straight up and at me, which is fair enough. Did I just take out the Seleucids? I did. I hope you were keeping an eye on that, because I didn't. Yeah, my infantry should beat his quite easily. I think he only had 3 or 4. Well, I don't know, he had 4 of them, but mine are gold. He has got his cavalry there, though. I'm not sure where mine is. Mine's down there doing the same to him as what he's doing to me. I'm going to send my archers in on an alt attack, just to keep them in there and just maybe take 1 or 2 horses out. Peeler are going in. Oh no, that's his peeler going into. Yeah, so yeah, he's just chucking everything in. I think he's come to rescue his archers, has he? I didn't really do a lot of damage with him, to be honest with you, with my cav, but if I took him out of the way, then I took him out of the way. Not sure where Pontus has gone in all this. Let's go and try and find him. Ah, yeah, there he is. Yeah, he's decided he's going to come back now that we're fighting, which is a tactic people often do. I suppose he had already fought, so we'll let him off, even though it was just a skirmish. Yeah, so that, yeah, so you see what I mean? That's routed that one, that's routed that one. They're going to lower the morale of these three now. They've got 32, 24, 11. They probably might beat me there. Although, am I going slightly downhill, would you say? Not, probably not running out. If he brought his general around the back and come in from this direction where my cap is, then he probably have routed them. As it is, his town watch is routed. And Mike should do this. Who's this coming in here? Oh, he might. Quite tense, actually. Quite tense. Ferrari still in there. Where's my general? He's getting beaten up over here. No, where is he? Oh, I can't see him. Did he die already and I missed it? He's there somewhere. Oh, there he is there, down in the bottom right. That's another one of his Praetorians. My general's going to go in there now. How many is left on this? 16, taking on 7, 9, and 1 Triarii. But my guys are upgraded. He's actually facing downhill trying to kill my general, so these lot that I've got more of might get into... yeah, you see, he's brought up his archers, which is the town watch again. The numbers have made my general out all the fact that he died. And now I'm going to probably get done here. Yep, it looks that way. Not in time for Pontus not to arrive though. Let's just forward this through now, see what happens. So they're doing quite well, they've taken out enough of them. 6 urban cohorts left, love it. Right. Ah, Pontus has skipped. So he didn't fancy that, but no one's going to get any points for him because he's routed off the other way. So all I can do is just run in and see if I can take out any of these. Probably not by the look of it. He's just going to run away and wear me down. Still got 6 though. Would have thought, unless he's brought some infantry back. Yeah, he's done me that time.
Your army are running. They almost deserve to be slaughtered.
So I've lost that one. Yeah, so I can't really give you any tactical insight. It wasn't particularly a great battle. And yeah, we shall see if it makes the cut. I'm going to stop recording just while it forwards through to the end screen, and then we'll just have a look at what the scores were. George Dawes. Okay, and there we are. It really wasn't that interesting in the end. You can see Time Capsule actually got 922 kills, but he actually came third. I came first, so it's quality kills as well. I take it he took a lot of sweet ninja out, which were probably unupgraded Eastern infantry or whatever they were, the spearmen. And that's why he didn't win, even though he got the most kills. But yeah, not the greatest battle in the world. My second only battle, you know, no world beating going on, but still, happy days. See you in a bit.